In today's video, I shall be testing every public charging network near to me to see just how good their location, service and prices really are. With more EVs on the road than ever before, and that figure to explode, it's important that our public charging network can keep up so it can be the reliable backbone the UK requires. Today I shall try every public network near to me and rate them subjectively based on 4 valuable aspects: location, safety, charging experience and charging costs. Then I'll rank them at the end of the video with my final conclusion. The main aim of this video is to promote awareness, safety at the chargers, and to try and help educate where possible anyone who's new to charging and just needs a little bit of an insight into using the public chargers here in the UK. Let me know in the comments if you rate or unrate any charging networks, or what you think is great or needs to be improved for a seamless network. And at the end of the video I shall give my brief score for each charging network, and also just a summary of the whole process and any issues I came across during the testing procedure. So let's not wait around, let's get on with the first charger. So our first stop is with Suaco, which is a lesser known EV charging network, and the first time I've actually heard of them and used them. So let's see how we get on. Okay, so we found a local charger which I've never even heard of, which is Suaco. So we're going to give this one a try. We've got DC, CHAdeMO and CCS. And AC. So 400 volt unit. So let's give this one a try. So we've got the charger port open. So we hit the screen, lights come on. That's super. We've got a little bit of illumination here. We've got a light over there and some at the back of this car park. This is a public car park. Right, card payment, start charge. Initiating card identification. Please follow the instructions on the payment terminal. Right, payment terminal. So let's see if we can do this with Apple Pay first. Right, so I just initiated that with Apple Pay. Right, so we've got CCS. Select the connector, connect your vehicle. Right, red light's gone off. Connector's out. Plugged in. Connect your vehicle and press the start button. Looking for the green light on the Tesla icon. Right, machine is buzzing. Waiting for the fans to kick in. Right, the car test line's gone green. We are receiving charge. Screen says receiving charge. The fans are kicked in on the unit. Receiving 39 kilowatts. This is identical to the unit at Osprey. DC CCS, DC CHAdeMO and AC on the side. The AC does it to 43 kilowatts, so that's not bad. Which is why they're charging 79p premium for it. Other people can use this machine at the same time. CHAdeMO won't be able to, no, that's locked in, that you can't use CHAdeMO. Can you unplug this one? Yes, you can. So AC is available. So we can have 2 cars charging on this space at the same time. We've got DC here and AC on this side. Right, all the lights have gone off, so I'm just going to hit the screen. And that's re-illuminating the machine for us. But let's just have a look at the site. So we've got the one light over here. We've got a couple more around this car park. We've got over here, which looks like to be some kind of, I don't know what it is actually. But anyway, we've got lights around the car park. We're off a road just here. This is a public car park. It is a little bit dark, but I feel pretty safe. There's some other cars parked here as well. Cars charging nicely. As you can see here, so CCS is in use. CHAdeMO is in blue as well because it's not available. AC is available. But that's brilliant. And we've got CCS there, CHAdeMO. We click on CCS because we're currently charging. That's the speed, that's how long we've been charging, that's how much we've put into the car. And we're going to stop the charge. So just initiating the card identification. Okay, please follow the instructions on the payment panel. So it's asking to tap card. So I'm just going to end this a sec just so I can use Apple Pay. And we've done Apple Pay. Now we're going to stop the session. Green light's gone out to blue. That's the end of the session there. We can see how much we've charged. Car's unlocked, white Tesla sign, unplug. There we go. And as you can see, it's ready to go again for somebody else. Good charge, well done suaco. And as you can see, we've got the red light there for it to be locked. That's also locked as well. Excellent, top job. So one successful charge down. Let's head over to our next charger, which is Osprey. So here we go. So this charger is actually on the back of a pub. And in front of the pub, we've also got a large Tesco. So it's fairly well illuminated here. This is the car park. And if you haven't already, the charger's just up ahead of us here. And like I said, this is an Osprey charger. So we're just going to reverse into position. Now I have had to just move the car over because the cable wasn't quite long enough. But as you can see, we've got two spaces here. Got one on the left and one on the right. So we've got the bung out of the car and we're ready to DC charge. This is a 50 kilowatt charger. So let me explain the charge. So on the left, we've got a 50 kilowatt DC charger, which is CCS. And on the right, we've got a DC charger, 50 kilowatts, which is CHAdeMO, which is used for Nissan Leafs. We're not using that today. We're going to use the DC CCS 50 kilowatt charger. So we've tapped the screen. We've got a choice of different payment methods. We've got RFID, we've got card payments. It also takes Apple Pay and Google Pay. We're going to use the card payments. We're going to click on there. We haven't taken the charger out the holster yet, so we're going to do that now. And we're going to plug that into the car. So the lights have gone blue. And we want to start the charge. Now, it hasn't asked me for my card payment yet, so let's see what happens. Initiating card identification. Please follow the instructions on the payment terminal. This operation will reserve £25 on your contactless card. So I'm going to scan my credit card below. Card not detected. Let's try that again. So I'm holding the card over the payment window. It says processing now. Right, select your connector. Now we don't have the AC. That actually, I think, used to be on the side here. Or it is on the side, but you have to provide your own cable for that. Now we're not using CHAdeMO, we're going to use CCS. Let's hit the CCS button. Connect your vehicle and press start button. Now we have it connected to the car. So let's initiate the charge. The car just clicked, so it's talking. The machine has started, the charger started whirring. Let's go over to the car and see if we've got any joy in there yet. Right, nothing on the screen yet. There we go. Just very slow, but this car has got a very cold battery. We haven't preconditioned it today because this is about charging networks and not about what charging speeds we can achieve. So we're quickly ramping up to 32 kilowatts, 34, nice. So that's ramping up slowly. Let's jump in the car and see what we're receiving. So as you can see, we're receiving slightly less than that because there will be losses. Always losses with DC charging. So we're gonna head outside. Let's see what the charger says. So there we go, there's our session. Charging is finished and we're safe to disconnect the vehicle. So let's go over to the vehicle and take the CCS plug out and back in there, and that's locked in there firmly and securely. And there we go, that was nice and easy. Let's put the bung back in there, close that flap, and as you can see there, we've not only have we got the payment options, we've got language tariffs. Let's click on the tariffs, and there we go, there's your DC and AC rate. So if you don't have the app or a native app like ZapMap and are able to check the payment methods and prices beforehand, you do have that on the screen here, which again is very, very useful. Nicely done, Osprey. So I'm just going to zoom out and you can see the unit there. It's very well illuminated. I don't think anyone would have any trouble identifying which handle to use here. And we've also got a sign up here which is worth taking note of. That's going to make it easier for people to find the station. As you can see there, we've got the name of the network, and then it's an electric vehicle rapid charging station. And there's also a nice notice there to politely tell non-electric vehicles to avoid parking here as well. And if you're enjoying the video, a like and a sub would be wonderful. So that's 2 out of 2. Next we're going to head over to Gridsurf Electric Highway. Yeah, so we've got 3 spaces in total. Let's reverse in here and plug in. Okay, so let's follow the instructions. Let's plug in the vehicle first. So we've got 2 handles, we've got 2 CCS, so we can obviously charge 2 vehicles on it, and these cables are in a bit of a mess. So let's sort those out so no one else is having to deal with that. So first things first, let's unplug. First things first, let's pull the bung out. And as instructed, plug in the vehicle first. So let's take the CCS handle, which is very heavy. That's plugged in, that's locked in. Back to the charger. Right, it says thank you, now tap your contactless card. There we go. So that's processing, it says it's starting. Verification successful, preparing to charge, set up communication with the car. So far so good. There's the click of the charger. So the handshake looks successful. So I'm still waiting for the charge to start. Let's just check the car. Nothing on the car yet, so still waiting for, oh, there we go. So fans are starting up and it's starting to deliver power. We've got 19 kilowatts. Brilliant. So we've got charging. That's what we need. We need to be charging. Let's check in the car. And the car confirmed. And the car confirms we're charging as well. So let's leave that charging. Right, let's survey the area. So we've got the charger in front of us here. That was relatively easy to use, as you can see. Pulled out the handle, plugged in, swiped the card, and we were away. But let's have a look at the area. So we've got 3 spaces here. So it looks like we've got a CHAdeMO handle on that one, and 3 CCS. As you can see, plenty of lights around here. Now we are in the corner of the car park. We've got HGV parking over there. We've got one single light there. We also have CCTV up here, that's nice. We're obviously charging here. There's the mighty MG4. We've got more lights up here, and of course across from here we've got the services. I'm sure these people are wondering why I'm filming in the dark. Anyway, we're charging, that's the main thing. It's consistent. 44 kilowatts being delivered from the charger. This one's 65p, which is advertised on screen really well. I'm happy with the charge, it's been successful. We've got a good speed, considering the car is cold. So we're gonna stop this charge now. I'm happy with it. We've been charging for a couple of minutes. It's maintained the current speed. It says stop the charge, so we're gonna hit the stop button. There we go, charger is stopped. It says on, there we go, you can hear the click there in the machine where the fans have turned off. And the handle should be able to come out of the port. There we go. All done. So following a third successful charge, we now head down south at an EV charger. And here we have EV. So these are 75 kilowatt units. So we've got Chadwell on the left, CCS charging flap, bung out. So as you can see, my charging port is here. Charges all the way over there. So let's see if we can get it to reach all the way. And we are plugged in. So let's go over to the charger. Right, use app or tap your card to authenticate. So we've got a card. So I'm just going to tap the card down here at the payment window. Right, okay, that's not working. So we just tried my credit card, that didn't work on the pad here. So we're going to try another way, which is to scan the QR code. And that's taken us to the EV website, or the App Store rather in this case. Actually, I'll tell you what I will try. I'm just going to try Apple Pay. No, it's definitely not happening. Okay, let's try. So now I have already downloaded the EV app, but we're going to try and use the app instead. So there's our location. So it's asking us to choose which unit. So how do we tell which unit is which? Right, that's interesting. It's saying that these ones here are unavailable. Now they could be the ones which I'm trying to use at the moment. Let's have a look at the other unit. Let's just have them see what happens when we push the button here. Right, okay, here we go. So this is number 1, 0011. This is 0012. Right, so it's saying this one here is available, but not the others. That's interesting. So we're going to unplug. It has timed out anyway. So let's take the plug out of the car. And then we are going to go over to the other charger and try that. But not good though, because from the outside they look perfectly operational. It says they're available. Now we're lucky because of this time in the evening. that there's not a queue of traffic. Okay, right. So we've got the charger here, we've got CCS. Let's open the charge port. Oh, that's a satisfying sound. Right, let's try and plug this in now. And finally plug it in. Right. Okay, right. Aha. Now we've got some action on the screen, so let's try the credit card again. Yes. Processing. Remove card. Started accepting. Right, the machine is firing up. No fans yet. Right, I heard the charge port click on the car. Right, so it is reading the percentage of the vehicle. Right, now we're delivering. So no fans kicking up on the charger, but we are ramping up on the delivery. So up to 30 kilowatts. And the car has got a cold battery, but as per the previous tests, we're not testing for speeds, we're testing for delivery, the handshake, and the charger availability, and the safety in surrounding areas. So that's up to 40, which is where we've been on most of the chargers so far. So we'll leave that charging for a sec. Let's have a look at the area. So the chargers are very well lit. We've got spotlights at the top there. It's illuminating the area here. We've got the contact screen, which is also illuminated here and here. It all seems very easy to follow. There is distinction between the handles, but not in any physical writing anywhere, which most other chargers do have. You can see the other charger over there. Now what I am going to do is I'm just going to zoom out a little bit so you can see the charging location. It's a very well illuminated area. Now there are some spotlights above the car here, but they don't seem to be illuminated. But we are at a pub. We're outside a pub, and it seems to be fairly busy there. Here's the charger which we tried the first time. Now it does say it's available on the screen. The payment window did not initiate or work, and according to the app it said that the charger was unavailable. So we've got a sign here as well which gives everyone plenty and easy and very visible notice that it's a electric rapid EV charging area. And if you look at the spaces, they're really well done as well. It's very obvious that this is a charging space. And there we go. When there's 4 bays, I know there's only 2 CCS units here, but if anyone else was here trying to use them as well, there would be a bit of a fight on for the working charger. But we're all done. We're going to stop the charge now because I'm satisfied with this. I'm going to hit the button to stop. And there we go. And in 3 minutes we've sent to the car 2.14 kilowatt hours, sorry. The battery's now at 46%. So let's go and unplug. Charger's unlocked automatically. That looks good. Right, anyway, onwards to the next charger. So finally, after a successful charge, let's move on to our next charger, which is MFG. And this is really well illuminated. You will know from very far away that there is EV chargers here. That is fantastic. Now that is what we need. So we are at a Shell garage, and you can probably see ahead the EV chargers. Now that is more like it. Nice one, MFG. It's on a forecourt, so it's very well illuminated. It feels safe. So I'm just gonna do the charge port now. Okay, right, so we can either download the app or we can use the window here to pay, which takes all cards and also Apple Pay and Google Pay, which is great. So let's tap the screen. We're going to go card payment. There we go, that's worked now. £45 reservation, which isn't the end of the world, but if you don't have £45 available, that could be a problem, which is probably why the app might be a better angle on this. Right, CCS, let's go. Oh, there we go. So this is a 150 kilowatt unit. Okay, charger port is locked. Vehicle is connected, and start. So the tariff is 79p. And it is good because we've got a nicely displayed order of service to enable the charge. We've also got a 24/7 help desk. That's also really good. Right, so still waiting for the machine to connect. Right, okay, so these units will provide 100 kilowatts for 400 volt units, 400 volt packs, and 150 kilowatts for 920 volt systems. Obviously MG4's got a 400 volt system, and we are charging. 39 kilowatts being delivered at the moment. I quite like on here, it's also got the amps and the volts on here as well. But this is great, it's really well signposted. We've even got some assistance features there in the app. But this is great, and as you can see over there, I'm not sure if you can see it, but that's what we can see from the street. That's awesome. Right, so I think we're done here. So let's go and stop the charge. And how nice and easy was that? And there is our session. So moving on from EV, we head on to the 6th charger of the test, which is BP Pulse. Oh, there we are. So at the front of this, looks like a hotel. And we've got the charger here, it's a BP Pulse, 50 kilowatt unit, so we're going to plug into that and see how we go with there. You can actually see from the main road where it is. So here we go. So we've got the signage for the unit here. Like I said, I'm in front of at the front of a hotel stroke pub in a residential area. I've never been to this charger before, so let's see how we're going. So we've got guest and member. And if you are a member, you do get slightly better rates with BP Pulse. I'm going to go as a guest today because I want to try and present this like I'm new to this and never tried it before. Okay, so payment is 69p per kilowatt hour. There is a £30 credit reservation, which is obviously refundable after the charge. So let's press accept. Okay, I'm going to tap the card down there. Processing. Card has been detected. Card has been verified. Right, we're ready to go. Right, so which we're going to use. So we've got CCS, CHAdeMO and AC. We're going to go for CCS. In terms of the handles, we've got AC, CHAdeMO and CCS over here. So we've opened the port, so we're ready to go. So let's plug in.
I found this on the web.
Car's clicked, it's locked. Right. Unable to start charging session. Please disconnect your vehicle and start again. DC charger of normal output voltage. Service code 4. Okay, let's try that again then. That's not good. Right, is that going to change? I'll try plugging in again. Let's see what happens. Okay, car's locked it. Not a good sign. Right, the car's locked it, so nothing going on here. Right, okay, it looks like we're unsuccessful on this one. Now there is a 24/7 emergency helpline number. So let's see if we can just unplug the vehicle first. So we're going to manually unlock it from the screen. Not good. Right, so clearly this charger's not going to work, but we need to get it unplugged, so let's try. Manually unlocking from the car. Nope, that's not worked. Let's try one more thing. Let's try locking the car and unlocking it. No, it's definitely not unlocking. And the service code has changed to 82. Okay, press the brake pedal. Right, I think that worked. Oh yeah. That's a phone call I didn't really want to make. So if you're ever connected to a charger and it's not unlocking, try locking the car and then unlocking it. Start the screen up with the brake pedal and see if the car automatically unlocks. It has on this occasion. But that's a failure, that's a shame. I've used BP Pulse before and I've never had an issue with a charge with them before, but on this occasion we have. But we know what to do next. Let's leave a comment on ZapMap. That's if it lets us. So unfortunately no luck there with BP Pulse, and I thought it would be responsible for me to jump onto ZapMap and report an issue with the charger with the error codes which I experienced on screen. And if you cast your eye to the bottom screen here, which I've zoomed in, you can see that there was actually an internal error on the app, and I wasn't able to actually leave any kind of review here. So this was really disappointing, because this is the bridge between people understanding in advance whether a charger might be working or not, and whether they can make a judgment based on whether they can go to another charger or if they indeed need to change their driving habit. Bizarrely, all the positive reports all work successfully on the app. And just to add, as I was leaving the charger, the actual screen on the charger came back to life and looked like it was ready to go again. But again, I experienced the issues, and again, this is misleading. And the combination between charger and apps which people use to their advantage need to be all communicating correctly. So not how we wanted that one to play out, but let's move on to the next charger, which is Shell Recharge. I have checked the app and it says that it's been operational on ZapMap, so let's have a look. And yes, it's 3. Brilliant. Okay, so let's hope it's working. I'm just going to take a left here and then a right into the forecourt. Now this is This unit has AC, DC and CHAdeMO as well. And we're just going to reverse into the spot there. So I'm at the charger, I'm about to plug in and I just couldn't get over what's in front of me. So we've got a massive queue of traffic, all queuing to use the petrol pumps. Now who would have thought I'd be the one watching other people queue to get their petrol. Anyway, let's plug in and let's see how we get on. And we've got 3 chargers available. We've got the CHAdeMO, we've got CCS and AC as well. AC's 43, DC's 50 and CHAdeMO 50. I'm just going to swipe the card first to get the payment going. So we've got tap your card on the reader. Processing. Okay, so that's been accepted. Authorizing the charge. Right, choose your energy type. And go with CCS. Plug-in cable. So let's open up the flap first. Take out the bung. Oh, I love that sound. We've got the CCS handle here. It's plugged in and locked. So that's connecting. We've heard the clicks, the fans are going on in the charger. And on the display, it just says present card and swipe to stop the charge. And there we go, we are going. So battery's on 11%. And we've also got buttons up here to stop the charge and continue. Right, so we're currently receiving from the charger nearly 44 kilowatts. Which isn't bad. Battery is relatively cool. It's 5 degrees cent. So we've got lights up here as well. So it's pretty well lit. The machine's also fairly well illuminated. The screen's well illuminated. We can read all the controls and actions. So everyone's fighting for the same 4 pumps by the look of it. Well, I'll let them queue while I charge the MG. And here's the different ways you can pay. So we've got the Shell Recharge app, Shell Recharge card, and obviously contactless. Now I do actually have the Shell Recharge app, but I'm trying to do this in a way which anyone can use. I've also noticed on the side here, we've also got instructions of how to use the app, how to use the charger. Right, so that's enough charge to get us back, so let's go and unplug. So we're going to press stop, and fans have gone off, machine switched off. Let's see if the charger's unlocked. Yes it is, there we go. That's all locked in place. Let's put the bung back in, flap closed. Well, that was nice and easy. So back to successful charging, and now we go on to Insta Vault. So here we go, on to the next charger. Now this is in a residential area. We've got a small selection of shops here and a pub. So this is an Insta Vault charger. So let's see if we can find it, and there it is. Brilliant, there's some spaces in front of it as well. Right, so let's get plugged in. Right, let's go and check these chargers out. So this is, like I said, this is an Insta Vault charger. We got a CCS and CHAdeMO on this one, and also the same on this one as well. Now these are activated on screen or through the app as well, and you can actually see here we've got the app, and you can scan to install the app here, and we've also got the method to payment. Power looks good on the machine. And we've also got instructions on how to use it here. We've also got a nice sign up here, which also explains how to use it. And we've got a nice light above the unit as well. But these machines are pretty well lit up, so let's open the charge port and get charging. Oh nice, there's a Mackie playing some strange noises at low speed. Right, okay, so to start the charge, please follow the instructions located on the side of the port. So the first thing to do is to tap payment card. Right, card type not read, so let's try that again. Ooh, card type not read again, okay. Let's try one more time, third time lucky. Right, third time lucky, okay. The amount taken from your account will reflect the finalized transaction value. Do you wish to continue? Yes. Adapter. So this CCS unit will actually charge at 120 kilowatts. So we're going to choose CCS. Yes, please. So we've got a countdown clock for timeout, just in case it doesn't work. Nice Mackie. Right, so the machine's just clicked. As you can see from the lights, got power, it's running. So still waiting for it to finish it. Right, the fans are coming on. You can hear the fans. And there we go, we're away. So not the most expensive of the chargers we've done so far, but up there with the most expensive, 75p a kilowatt. So this is the output power here. Right, so in terms of the area, we've got Tesco Express over here. We've got a few shops, and we've also got a pub over there. And this is on the edge of a large residential area. But as you can see, nicely well lit, well signposted. Machines are very easy to use. The markings on the floor are really good as well. And there's plenty of lighting around here. So you can see the machine's well labelled. We've got CHAdeMO on this side. In case you're not sure, because they do look from afar, they do all look the same, the handles. CCS on this side, and we've got a nice reverse signage on the signpost for the chargers as well. So really nice spot here. Again, I haven't used these chargers before. It's the first time I've been here. So we're going to go over here to this button here. We've got finish charging. There we go, you can probably hear the click there. So that connection has now finished and the charging is now finished. So let's go and unplug. Total cost, how many miles added, start time and stop time. So let's get unplugged and we'll get on our way. And there we go, another successful charge. So let's move on to the next charger, which is going to be Genie Point. So let's head over to Genie Point and see how we get on. It's not down here, so it's likely to be the other end of the store. I've never been to this charger before, hence why I'm trying to find it. Well, some good and some bad news. The good news, the charger is here. The bad news is it's being used. But it's got two vehicles there, so I assume that it's all in good working order. So unfortunately, no charging at this point, but the charger is working. There's someone using it. So this Genie Point charger is currently working. It's a 50 kilowatt unit. On this side we've got CHAdeMO. On the other side we've got AC and... I don't know, there's AC in the front. But the fact that somebody's charging is good. It means it's working. And as you can see here, really well illuminated. We've got the Morrison store across there and the pub across the road there. Loads of lighting around, so nice and safe. Next to a busy road as well, so I feel like the safety is good here. The lighting's great, but we're not going to be able to charge here at this time. So that van's DC charging. I'm not going to interrupt that. Now, the good news is I've just checked on the Genie Point website, and according to their website, you can initialize the charge for the AC charger. I think it's just the DC and the CHAdeMO, which can only be used one at a time. But I'm looking for a DC charge because I can only charge up to 6.4 kilowatts. 22 is great if your car can take it. And there are some EVs that will take 22 kilowatts, even if they can take 7 or 11, which is really good. I know a Zoe I think can take 22. But if you're here and you're shopping or you're going in the pub, perfect for the AC charge and 11 kilowatts. So on to the final charger and number 10, which is Pod Point. So we're at the next charger. So let's open the charge flap, pull the bug out. So this charger is Pod Point. Now this is located at Lidl, and you can see the store there. We're parked over here. So here's the charger. So okay, I'm a Pod Point and my name is Rudy Edna. Plug in cable, select Pod Point in app or go. Select connector type, confirm charge, and press stop to end charge. Take the CCS handle and plug that into the car first, like so. That's in. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to hit start straight away. Right, so we just need to authenticate the charger. So I'm just going to go into the car to my phone. Now this isn't a conventional charge because you do have to do it through the app. So I'm just going to switch to my other phone. So we are currently in Cheltenham. And here's the charger here. So this is a 22 to 50 kilowatt unit. Now CCS is going to be 50 kilowatts, as is CHAdeMO, and 22 kilowatts for AC. So we're going to go with CCS, which is 50 kilowatts. So we're going to hit confirm charge. Charge confirmed. So let's go over to the unit. So currently it's preparing. Setting up communication, so we are making a note of the time to see how long it takes. Oh, preparing to charge is cancelled. Okay, right, let's see what the app says. Alright, well the app's still saying charge is confirmed. Let's hit OK and try starting it again. Let's go over to the phone. So it's saying the charge is available. Now it does say that the CCS is charging. Right, now the car says it's not charging either, so let's hit stop charging there. Could not stop the charge. Try support, let's try again. Okay, let's try closing the app completely. Ooh, nearly dropped it. Back to Pod Point again. Right, it's still saying charging. Okay, so unfortunately we found our first issue. Let's see if we can do it from the screen. Start. Use your phone to authenticate. Let's close the app again. Right, still saying it's charging. Right, let's unplug the car. That's the next step. Okay. What we're going to do is we're just going to put that back in the holster. Right, connect. Let's plug it back into the car. No, still saying it's right, that's locked in. So I'm just going to go around and unlock it manually from the car. Right, still locked. So let's unlock it from the app instead. Oh, failed. Okay, that's not good. Right, let's try something else. Let's try initiating the charge again. Right, I'm sure I just heard the lock on the car then. Yeah. Right, so manually going back into the app seemed to resolve that. And that's a shame because I've never had a problem with Pod Point before. That's a real shame. And it's a good venue as well, very well lit. Hotel next door, supermarket. Well marked out. That's a real shame. Okay, now following that failed charge, I did jump back onto ZapMap again and I tried to report the issue, and again I came across the same issue as the BP charger, and that I couldn't leave any reported issues, and I then in turn had to leave it in the successful with a clear marking that there was a failure at this charger. It's important that these chargers and their corresponding apps work seamlessly. Now as a result, I did get in touch with Pod Point via the app, and they kindly got back to me more or less straight away to explain what they did to deal with the situation. And I'm sure if I would have put a call in at the charger, this would have been reset as they state in the app. But these chargers should be working seamlessly without the need to do that. And that's all 10 public network chargers near me ticked off the list. And based on my experience, this is how I ranked them according to location, safe environment, charging experience, and cost. And finally, my conclusion. On the whole, 80% of my charging sessions were incredibly successful, and I found each experience excellent. And as the public networks roll out their new ultra-fast DC charging and a progression in technology, I hope we start to see some good solid reliability in the UK's charging infrastructure. Apps play a massive part in our move to electric transportation. Being one step ahead with live data is paramount, and there are major players out there to help achieve this. Players who have been in the industry for years and in my opinion at the forefront. I was disappointed with ZapMap. It's been my go-to app for the last 3 years, and this is the first time I've experienced a serious issue where I couldn't warn other drivers of charger issues. When you're as big as they are, you have a responsibility. This could just be a local issue with my device, but if this was the case, I wouldn't be able to leave all the wonderful successful charge posts that same day. Now I hope this video brings something educational or just awareness to you, to current or to new EV drivers. Anyway, thanks for tuning in and supporting the channel, and as always, a like and a sub would be fantastic, and I'll see you in the next one.